the blueprint of this program has been and always will be to change and help direct the lives of young people. And I'm sorry that another player had to be dismissed, but when you told something over and over again, then you want to make sure that you provide it with the right resources so that you can change lives. And we will continue to develop young men. We will continue to ask them to follow our core values, which all of them have been brought up on, and they understand what the core values are. But when you are asked to do something, then you're part of a team. And when you don't, you affect the whole team and you affect the program. And not only are you affecting yourselves, but you're affecting your teammates. And they want to see change. Young people want discipline. They want discipline within their lives. And it's our job as a coaching staff to make sure that we provide them with discipline. And I always look at it like this. Right now, they're laying a foundation for 10 years from now. And that foundation is, the house they're going to live in, the wife they're going to pick to marry, the children, how they're going to provide them and how they're going to raise them. So if that foundation is provided for them now, 10 years from now, they will just be able to lean back on it and look back and say, that's the life that I want to live. And that's the life that's been provided for me. But anytime a player is dismissed from this program, it hurts me, because when we're here to help young men. We're not here to run young men off. That is not our job. We're here to help them, and it just bothers you because when you've been given opportunities, like I said, you want to make sure that when you're given an opportunity, you have every resource and everything available for them to be successful.
You guys, we got time for just a couple quick questions, and I'm going to bring Coach Watson in. Fire away.
Can you say what core value you wrote, Charlie?
No, I can't say exactly which one they wrote, because it's just within the team and with the player and his family.
But if you suspend a guy and then he still doesn't abide by the things that you're telling them, I mean, how can you get through to guys if they're not going to listen?
Well, it's tough, but that's our job, and it's our job to continue to try to reach them somehow. And our coaching staff is really involved. I tell our coaches all the time, you're the head coach of your position, and when there's issues that you need to attack that issue, and I get involved also. But it's really tough. And I always look at it, sometimes you say someone that is given so much achieves so little, and someone given so little achieves so much. But you ask those young men, and they know, and you say to them all the time, yes, you're here for a reason. It is a privilege and an honor to represent this university, and we're not here to bring any type of shame and embarrassment to this university for the little things that we do, which we should never do.
Charlie, 24 hours before you announced Kennedy was gone, you said yesterday you expected him to come to practice again. Did something happen in those 24 hours that caused him to leave?
Yeah, what had happened was, we just sat down and had a conversation. Then something popped up, and then that's when I had to do what I did.
Something new popped up.
Right.
Charlie, how do you gauge how much time you spend with perpetual rules breakers when you have like 90% of the guys that are doing it the right way? That's kind of that can stop progress if you take too much time on guys that may not be any hope for them.
Well, what's tough is like you said, you have a locker room, and then as a coach, if you continuously say, hey, you don't do that again, and players they want you to do something, and that's how you lose your locker room when you tell someone to do something and they don't do it, and then you tell them again and they don't do it, and then the players look at you, well, you're not going to do anything, coach. But you have 95% that's doing it right, and then you just have that small, there's just a small faction of guys that they just feel like, hey, this is the way I'm going to do it, whether you like it or not. And I just tell them it's always other teams out there, but this isn't the school for you. You're here to you think about it. University of Texas, great academics, great athletics. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Charlie, I know you still have 2 more suspended players, but do you feel to this point your locker room is filled with guys that want to be here and want to be here for the right reasons?
It is, and because we haven't had many issues with the other guys within the locker room, and the 2 players that are suspended has done everything we asked them to do, and you like to see when they're going to return. Don't know exactly yet the date, but they'll be returning.
Are they on time for 2 last ones
at this point?
Yes, they are on a short lease at this point. Yes.
Coach, sometimes the outside perspective is that Coach Strong was a little bit too hard on these guys with 9 dismissals. I mean, do you feel like you're just being old school and too hard?
I'm not. I don't know why they would think that. I'm not hard at all. I probably is. is those guys have more fun around me than they will ever have around any coach, and it is that's just the way the atmosphere I provide for them, and I do it. I give them a lot of chances to get it right, and because I want to see them be successful. Because a lot of times when you see players and just at all the different places I've coached at, when you suspend a player from your program, you pick up the paper, a few months or a year or so, and then, they done headed down the wrong road. And you don't want to see that happen when you feel like if I somehow I failed him because I wasn't able to grab him and get him under my wing and provide the right road for him to go down. That's what's tough when you don't provide that road for them. And that's why it's so disappointing when you dismiss. It's disappointing when I had to dismiss players. It hurt me more because, you had to sit there and say, oh, my God, I mean, what did I not do? What could I have done better to help this young man and help him with his future? Because they're here for it. That's why they're here in college, to provide a better living for themselves.
Did you know when you took this job that there was going to be this many people that would cross you?
No, it's not so much the job because I would say this. I found an unbelievable head football coach, and it's nothing that's here that's nowhere else. But sometimes when you take over a program, guys want to just try to find out who you are and what you're all about. And when you say you're going to do something, it's like your own child. They're going to challenge you. And now when they do challenge you, then what are you going to do about it? It's not so much the program. It's just that, young men, some of them want to make a decision where they feel like that this is my prerogative to do whatever I want to do. So, okay, it just can't happen here.
Coach, do you think this is kind of impeding your chance to build something, or is this the way you build something, figuring out who's buying in?
Well, you can build it because when you look down, when you're there and you're around the rest of the players, they know. I mean, they know, and I tell them that all the time. I say, whenever I have an issue with a player, some of you guys already know who the players are. And at some point, we all need to step in, and the players need to get involved because you know exactly who it is. But the only way we're going to move us in the right direction, because I say, whenever I suspend a player, it hurts us, and it hurts us all because at some point he can help contribute to something where it may be a starter, a backup, special teams player, at some role he has on his team. So we all have to get involved. But I don't think that at all. We can continue to move forward.
Do you think, do you wish some of the players, especially the older ones, would police the locker room a little bit more so it doesn't have to come from you?
Well, I think that they're trying to police it, but it's like anything else. And they'll tell you, Coach, I'm not around them all the time. When we are around them, we're saying the right things. Hey, are you doing it right? I remember one time we had a meeting, and one of the guys did. He just stood up and says, hey, are you doing what you're supposed to? Yeah, I'm doing what I'm supposed to. Coach done said what we need to do, and I'm going to do it the right way. But it just happens.
Mm-hmm. So you're satisfied with the player leadership that they're trying to get these guys corralled and do the right things?
I think that what happened when they saw early what had happened with some of the players, then they got more involved. Right. And then it was like, what, we only way we can win, we need everybody. We need everybody around here to help us.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.